Dragon Ball Super Chapter 87 is jam-packed with action from the get-go, with Moniato being shot, Gas returning to the fight, and Frieza, yes Frieza, making his long-awaited return and showing off his new transformation. Trust me, you do not want to miss this chapter. But before we break down the chapter, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for weekly Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto content. So the manga picks up right where the previous chapter left off, with Goku, Granola, and Vegeta just standing, contemplating the previous battle. With Goku and Vegeta both saying that the training wasn't enough and the victory kinda was pathetic, and Vegeta saying, "I'll hone my technique until I can prove myself superior to you." And when they were talking about that, Granola then suddenly collapses to the ground. Yes, it looks like that previous attack may have taken some life out of his original 3 years that he had as the strongest. So Granola collapses to the ground and starts spitting up blood. Moniato notices and Goku and Vegeta are panicking, saying, "What's wrong?" With Granola then replying, I'm fine. With Vegeta saying, "Did that final attack really take that much out of you?" With Granola then saying, "Yeah, it's a move fueled by my very life." So this basically just confirms what I just said. That last attack took a lot out of his remaining lifespan. So that last attack really tapped into that power, and his lifespan's most likely been shortened even more. Now, if I'm correct, I believe it was 3 years he had left to live. It's potentially even less now, maybe 2, maybe 1 year. With Granola then saying, "I'm betting it's shortened my lifespan even more." And Goku saying, "What? I only have 3 years left to live. That was the price I paid to become the strongest in the universe." And Goku's just replying and saying, "What? Why the hell would you go and do something as crazy as that?" With Vegeta then replying, "Yeah, I suppose Gas did the same. Probably though, I don't know how many years he has left," says Granola. Moniato then comes over and asks Granola to show him his wounds, with Moniato then starting to heal him. As Moniato starts to heal Granola, he notices that his healing abilities have drastically improved. Because he's been having to heal so many people over the course of the arc, he's actually been able to hone in on the ability itself and improve it. So when he healed Granola, he was able to revert him back to full strength. So yes, he fully healed Granola. I don't know if this applies to his lifespan. Again, I'm pretty sure his lifespan's been drastically shortened, but Moniato's healing abilities have improved. He then goes on to heal Goku and Vegeta, with Vegeta then replying, "It's true, my energy is restored." And basically Moniato then laughing about it, saying, "Who would have thought that my powers would ripen at this age?" With everyone just laughing and getting along and talking. Then we see Elec over in the background saying, "How was I so off the mark? The universe's strongest? What a total scam. The joke's on me for trusting in those Dragon Balls." And then we see his ship appear over him. So from the looks of it, he's going to escape. He's going to go run away and basically back out because his plan didn't work, simply put. As Elec then says, "Open the hatch, we're getting out of here, stat." Everyone notices him, with Vegeta saying, "Look, he's fleeing on his own." And Goku then saying, "Hey Elec, you're leaving your family behind?" And Elec then saying, "Shut up, there's no time to lose. Besides, any minute now, Gas is going to." And right before he could finish his sentence, in comes a beam which shoots Moniato straight through the chest, catching everyone off guard. Now honestly, I don't understand how Goku, Vegeta, and Granola, being at the level they're at, didn't see or sense a spike in energy when this beam was shot at Moniato, or even be able to react. I guess you could say that it's more like an Ultra Instinct technique to automatically, detect when an attack is coming and deflect it, but when someone shoots an energy beam, you'd think that there'd be a spike in their energy, or you can feel when someone's about to shoot something. So we see Moniato be shot through the chest and he falls off the cliff. And then we see the remains of Gas. And oh my god, does this man not lose? Here he is, just standing here looking like, something off of The Walking Dead. And everyone's just like, what? Gas, but how? Even Elec is surprised. And Gas then responds with, no more interest in revenge? Is that what you said, Granola? With Granola then being, absolutely flabbergasted that Gas is still up and Monato's been shot. Gas then goes on to say, how about now? Still sticking to that soft-hearted claim? With Granola then getting angry. But he refrains from attacking Gas straight away and just goes to Moniato. Then Goku and Vegeta power up and straight up charge the man. So Goku and Vegeta charge straight at Gas. Gas, at this point is absolutely he's on a power high right now. He's probably the strongest he's ever been, but man is literally like a walking zombie. Or at least he looks like it. He grabs Goku and Vegeta using some sort of telekinesis technique and slams their heads together and throws them down to the ground. But as soon as they get hit down and go towards the ground, they immediately catch themselves and charge straight back at Gas, with both of them hitting him and attacking him. And then we see I just love this shot, because you just see Gas have some of his face torn off, because like I said, he's literally a corpse at this point. Like, you can literally see his skull and he's just smiling wide-eyed. Like, it's such an unsettling grin. And then Gas just attacks back with, the typical Gah! Shooting an energy blast that, kind of reminds me of Frieza it kind of reminds me of Frieza, like his final attack after Goku had him completely beat. I believe there's a name for an attack. For the attack, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, Gas absolutely unleashes a hellhole of an attack upon Goku and Vegeta, and you can just see the magnitude of this attack. It's destroying the surrounding area, and Goku and Vegeta are just sent back and forced to block, because if they don't, obviously it's going to mess them up. But right when they're blocking, Gas takes advantage of the opportunity and just goes straight at them and kicks them both in the face, sending them flying. And then another sick shot that we see is just Gas laughing with half of his face missing. With Goku then saying he dove right into his own energy blast. It's like he doesn't even care about taking damage. And Vegeta then saying, sheer madness, it's like fighting something already dead. Then we cut back to Granola checking on Moniato, saying, Moniato, no, you can't die yet. And Moniato then saying, it's fine, Granola, my life should have ended 40 years ago. My only duty since then was raising you right, but you don't need me anymore. With Granola then saying, of course I need you, I can't let you die, I won't let you die. And then Moniato saying, thank you, Granola, spending the last of my long years with you was more than I could have asked for. And then Granola then saying, no, don't give up. Now, that's really a touching moment, and it really digs into the fact that Moniato is a father figure to Granola. Obviously because, he raised Granola, but still a very touching scene. We then cut back to the fight between Goku, Vegeta, and Gas, with Goku striking Gas in the arm. And it looks like his arm is breaking. Sorry, not look like it's kind of breaking. It literally does break. Goku kicks the crap out of Gas's arm and literally tears like a chunk out of his bicep and tricep. And then Gas, I can't really describe how awesome Gas looks in this new, I wouldn't say form, but this new appearance. Like, the half dead looking appearance is just so unsettling. It kind of has like a manic feel to it. But then Gas hits Goku back and just laughs, and he's just standing there saying heh 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 heh. It kind of reminds me of like the unsettling laugh that Boo had Kid Boo had. Like, it was just completely unhinged. And Goku's just like, how's that arm if it's still even moving? And Vegeta then replying with, it's like a curse. Cursed to be the universe's strongest. And then we just see Elec. Now, honestly, I'm getting tired of this man. Yes, good, here we go. Get them. Go on, Gas, you'll be the strongest, alright? Up until the second you die. Kill them all. With, finally, the voice of reason, Oil and Marky cutting in, saying, quit it, Elec, look at him. That isn't normal. Let's get out of here. This is a battle we can put off winning. And Elec is slapping his sister saying, shut up. Okay. This man does not care about his family at all. So literally as everyone probably already knows, his only goal is to drive his own ambitions forward via like beating the Saiyans and eventually killing Frieza, which is what his end goal is. Elec then goes on to say, I told you there won't be a next time. Gas's lifespan is about to run out. Making him far and away the strongest in the universe meant sacrificing that much of his life. With Gas then stopping right as he's pounding Goku into the ground, saying, huh? I'm dying. So from the looks of it, I don't think he is entirely aware. Well, just based on this, he's not aware that he's dying. He might be feeling like crap, but that's because, you know, he thinks in his own head that, oh, I've been taking on all of his damage, but no, I'm not going to give up. And then the other heat is saying, Elec, that's messed up. And then Gas just, you know, taking a step back and he's just like, whoa, what the hell's happening to me? And he goes over to the water and looks at his face. He's like, what? My face? And Elec then shouts at him saying, stop screwing around, Gas. Kill them now. Quick. At least make yourself useful to me in your final moments, you worthless scum. Waste any more time and before we know it, he's gonna... And then, like a bat out of hell, in comes Frieza. This scene is awesome. He literally does the Superman landing with his fist to the ground and everyone is just shocked. Goku, Vegeta, Granola, Elec, the Heaters, and Gas. But just looking at him like, what the absolute hell? And Frieza, now, I'm gonna do an impression here, forgive me. It's been some time, Gas. Yeah, I know, my impressions aren't very good, but Gas is just like, absolutely flabbergasted. Even Goku is flabbergasted. He's like, Frieza, why are you here? And Frieza then says, I understand you have some business with me. What might that be? And Gas is just still flabbergasted, but then it looks like he becomes resolute in what he wants to do. He says, I'm gonna kill you. And he literally goes into kind of like a Frieza maximum power form where he just gets super bulky. And he just straight up charges at Frieza. And Frieza's just looking at him smiling. So Gas charges Frieza and Frieza just smiles. And Gas is about to get a hand on him. And Frieza powers up with the little vroom exclamation word next to him. And then Frieza puts a hole straight through Gas like it is nothing. And everyone is just looking shocked. Elec, the Heaters, Goku and Vegeta. And Gas is just like, hang on a second, what the hell just happened? And as Frieza begins to smile, Elec literally turns into a skeleton and collapses onto the floor. It literally breaks apart on the floor as a skeleton. Gas is dead. Frieza literally one-shotted him. Holy moly frickin' schmoly. And he just does the little swipe of the shoulder like, oh yeah, that was light work. Goku, Vegeta and Granola have been struggling against this man for chapters on chapters on chapters. And in comes Frieza. Bang. Down you go, Gas. And then, to put the icing on top of the cake, Frieza steps on his skull and smashes it with his foot. Sorry, not smash, crushes it. And Elec's just like, what? Oh god. Elec has the look on his face like, uh-oh, I've messed up here. What the hell have I done? And then Frieza goes on to say, Elec, you're the one who contacted me, so once again, I ask, what is your business with me? And Elec is absolutely... he's pooping himself. He does not know what to do. And Vegeta is just like, Gas, he was just in one blow. And Goku's like, no way. Like, I can't explain how much of a feat of power this is. This man has been MIA since the Tournament of Power and Broly movie. But how the hell has he become this strong? Frieza then continues to say, unless you had a legitimate reason for summoning me, you're going to be quite sorry you did. Elec then goes on to say, we got our wires crossed, that's all. No business deal today, I'm afraid. We're very sorry. Frieza then goes on to say, crossed wires, Let me guess, you meant to have gas kill me. So Frieza is completely on to Elec. Frieza is not called the Emperor of the Universe for no reason. Not only does he have the power, but most of the time, and I say most of the time, he has the intellect behind it. Not including the times he underestimated Goku and Vegeta. But those days are over after this chapter. Elec then looks shocked, and Frieza then goes on to say, I have bad news for you then. It looks like gas is dust in the wind. Frieza then just like teleports, or not really teleports, but quickly moves right up into Elec's face and says, I've known about your ambitions these past 40 years. I knew and I let you scurry around, all while exploiting you for my army's benefits. So Elec just got put in his place. He's like, oh, I'm gonna use my family to drive forward my ambitions, and here comes Frieza. He's like, oh, well, I've been doing the exact same thing. What are you gonna do about it? And Elec's just like, no way, you knew? Even the Heaters are shocked. And Frieza's just continuing to say, why, there isn't a single thing in the universe I'm not privy to. For example, the fact that the weakest of the Heaters is you. Now, I knew that Elec was weak, but the weakest of the Heaters? Like, to be strong in a shonen anime, you don't necessarily just have to have the power. You have to have the intellect in the way of not manipulating people, but knowing how to lead people and guide them. But Elec always did seem more like a leader to me, but he didn't really have the power to back it up. Rather, Heaters are just like, huh? Elec's just like, no, I'm not going to put up with this. That's enough. And he goes to punch Frieza, and Frieza just catches it and smiles. Then he blows Elec to hell like it is nothing. The rest of the Heaters are like, what? What the hell just happened? And I'm pretty sure they don't pass out. They fall back because they're like, oh god, what the hell just happened? What is happening right now? Even everyone that is reading this is just like, oh my god, what the hell is happening right now? Then Frieza looks over to Goku and Vegeta. He said, why, if it isn't you two? It seems the gang's all here. And Goku just continues to say, Frieza, how'd you manage to kill Gas? Frieza then replies with, how, you ask? Vegeta then goes on to say, Gas had become the strongest warrior in the universe. By all rights, he should have been far stronger than you. Frieza then explains how he beat Gas. In this universe, you mean? Ah, of course. I've been spending some time in another dimension, you see. So perhaps I wasn't being counted as a part of this universe. Goku's just like, what other dimension? On one of my many conquered worlds, I happened to come across a chamber where the time flows differently than in the outside world. And as it finally clicks with us and Goku and Vegeta, they're just like a room of spirit of time. Or in the dub, the hyperbolic time chamber. Frieza found a time chamber and spent time. He then goes on to say, there, I was able to squeeze in 10 years worth of training. And at this point, Goku and Vegeta have just lost it, saying, it can't be. I can't even fathom how strong this man has become. He spent 10 years in the time chamber. I'm pretty sure that is the longest anyone has ever spent in the time chamber. At one time. Like, the longest someone stayed in is 1 year. But 10 years. To put this into perspective, it took Frieza 5 to 6 months to achieve his golden form after being resurrected. 5 months to achieve that form. Not to completely master it, but to go from a level where he's equal with Super Saiyan to on par with Super Saiyan Blue in 5 months? And you're telling me he spent 10 years training? This man is undoubtedly the strongest in the universe. There's absolutely no way that he's not. So Goku and Vegeta are just like, it can't be. And Frieza then goes on to say, I couldn't very well keep losing to you Saiyans my whole life. So I needed a bit of a power up. Goku then says, power up. Then Frieza, he does his stance. And at this point, everyone reading the chapter is just like, oh Lord, what the hell is about to happen? And then Frieza transforms and says, meet Black Frieza. Can I just take a... I don't even have words for this. How strong is this man? If he spent 10 years in the chamber and he has a new form, this isn't like last time when he achieved his golden form and rushed to fight Goku and Vegeta. He's achieved this form and mastered it in 10 years. Or he might even have other forms. Who knows at this point? And Frieza then goes on to say, achieving this form took plenty of toil, I'll have you know. Goku and Vegeta say no way. Frieza then, wasting absolutely no time at all, charges Goku and Vegeta, flying straight at them. And Goku and Vegeta, knowing, okay, this guy's a serious threat, we can't mess around here, they transform back into true Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and Frieza just rushes up to them and gets them both at the same time. Literally one-shotting them both in what... I can't fathom what the hell just happened here. Frieza just one-shotted Ultra Ego and true Ultra Instinct Goku. This man has to be at least near Beerus's level at this point. There's absolutely no way he's not. This guy has to be a God of Destruction tier level fighter now. So Goku and Vegeta are one-shotted, they're down on the ground, they've been beaten. And Frieza just looks over at them, smiles, and goes back into his final form, or his quote-unquote final form, but his base form technically. While you two were having fun on this puny planet, I managed to surpass you. Frieza then looks up at his ship, but I came here in pursuit of a different target, so I'll let you off easy today. Just by this, Frieza is not worried about Goku and Vegeta at all. If he was worried about Goku and Vegeta, in terms of their power, he would have just killed them right there and then. And he absolutely had the power to do so. So it just makes me think, what the hell does he have in store? He then looks over at the remaining heaters, Oil and Maki, saying, you two, you wouldn't happen to have any plans after all this? As it happens, my ship could use a cook and waiter. And they're just flabbergasted and they're like, oh, we'll take jobs, please, thank you. And Frieza just smiles and says, follow me. And they're just like, yes, sir. So the heaters have been disbanded. The last remaining heaters, Oil and Maki, go off with Frieza to be a cook and waiter. And off goes Frieza, and up gets Goku and Vegeta. Frieza absolutely rocked them. Like, it's not even funny. They were fully healed. Their energy was fully restored and they were fully healed. Back to full power. And Frieza one-shotted them both at full power. Goku and Vegeta go to Granola and say, Granola, is Moniato gonna make it? Granola's just like, it's bad, he's not breathing. And as Moniato's lying there, his eyes are closed, he looks dead. He then opens his eyes suddenly and sits up. This man is fully healed, and then here is Whis. Goku's like, it's Whis, which is literally what I just said. Here's Whis, and Whis then goes on to say, this one seemed to be a friend of yours, Goku, so just this once as a special favor. And Goku then goes on to say, wow, thanks Whis. So Whis has just come to save the day. Kind of saved today, he saved Moniato. And Whis says, I see, it's finally over, as it seems that Goku was explaining the whole situation to him. And Goku's just laughing, saying it was a little too close for comfort this time. With Moniato then saying, who's this? And Vegeta saying, Whis is an angel. An angel, he then replies with. Whis then says, might I ask the two of you to return with me straight away? Lord Beerus can't figure out how to make an instant yakisoba. And Vegeta's just like, what the hell? pour boiling water into it, done. Goku then asks Granola, do you want to train with us on Lord Beerus's planet? And Granola just says, I'll have to decline. I've made a mess of this planet and I need to fix the damage with the Dragon Balls. Moniato then comes into the conversation saying, that's right. I'll seal them away for good. This planet doesn't need them anymore. Goku then replies with, okay, that's a shame, but it's your choice. Then Vegeta just comes up to Granola and says, in that case, you'll be wanting this. Then Vegeta hands over to Granola a Dragon Raider, saying that it'll make his search for the Dragon Balls a lot less of a hassle than it was. And Granola just says, that'll help, for sure, thanks. Goku then says, I guess we're heading out, Vegeta. And then Moniato comes up to Goku and says, hey, son of Bardock, you can't forget this. And he hands him his father's scouter, Bardock's scouter. Now this is awesome. I'm not sure what he's gonna do with it, but it's cool that Goku has a memento of his father now. And Goku just looks down at it and smiles. Whis then goes in and says, well, shall we? Then Goku and Vegeta say, yeah. And they say their farewells to Granola and Moniato, with Granola then saying, thanks for everything, Son Goku and Vegeta, and Vegeta then saying, come visit Earth if you have the urge to do battle with a Saiyan. I welcome the challenge. Granola then replies with sure, but I'll be the one to win. And Vegeta saying that's a good attitude. Then Goku, Vegeta and Whis fly off. With Goku then saying, you know, the Oracle Fish mentioned the strongest warrior in the universe. And Vegeta then saying, was it actually talking about Frieza? Whis says, perhaps, or maybe the strongest warrior emerged elsewhere in our universe. And then everyone, Goku and Vegeta saying, really? Great. I guess I'd better get back to training. Wonderful. I expect you to put in the effort. After we dine on instant yakisoba, that is. And then the manga comes to a close, saying Dragon Ball Super will be taking a break for a bit to prepare for the next arc. Chapter 87 was, in my opinion, one of the best chapters we've had in a long time. The whole time I was reading it, I was completely hooked on what was going on. And honestly, this chapter has me wanting to know more. The two big questions I have coming out of this chapter is, what is about to go down with Frieza being the strongest moving forward into the next arc? And who is the other individual that might be the universe's strongest? But let me know your thoughts on this chapter and what you want to see in the next arc in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. This is Anime Roundtable, signing off.